Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's Prince from the MATHIS-NA podcast. I've got our esteemed guest Dan here. Dan, if you want to introduce yourself, let's start with that.
Well, let's start with this man. This is the Joshie-Man. He's a 12-year-old non-speaking autistic boy, and he's been going around to mosques and other places of worship that have been under attack for the past 8 months now.
Okay, wow. So tell us a bit more about I think you first went to the Peterborough Mosque, where your local mosque is.
Yeah, that's right. So it was very unintentional campaign. It was accidental. We went along just once just to show a bit of solidarity for the mosque after they'd been attacked by a far-right activist.
Right.
That person had hit the police officer, the female police officer, and had verbally abused the kids that were in there and the people worshipping. Wow. And these were, you know, friends of ours, people that, you know, that we go swimming with or go out for walks, you know. So we wanted to just say these people don't represent the great British public. Okay, perfect, yeah. And that was, you know, 8 months ago, and we've been doing this every weekend since. Right,
and so that was your main focal point. The inspiration was the incident in Peterborough.
Right.
And you've noted, I know I've seen some of your social media, you've mentioned Islamophobia and things like that. What has been your experience in terms of what you've witnessed in terms of Islamophobia?
Well, I didn't know how severe it was until we kind of got more visibility of the situation as we have over the last 8 months. I would say, you know, it's more pervasive than maybe white British Christians realise.
Okay.
And also it's systemic in terms of some of our senior political leadership and now, you know, demonising a whole part of our community.
Yeah.
So that's something that we need to understand. You know, those words have consequences and we all need to be talking more. We need to be off social media. 100%. We need to be doing more stuff face to face. And what the media projection of what goes on in mosques is completely different to what we have found in our over 100 visits.
So what do you think the media projection is, and what is the reality then, in your view?
A lot of the media presentation is around places that you should maybe be a little bit suspicious of, maybe a bit fearful of, don't know what goes on in the mosques. Whereas what we found is that they're a place of community, a place of peace, as he shows by, you know, he loves being here. He, you know, loves coming up to the minbar and sitting down. So they're a place of tranquility, really, and some of the most architecturally beautiful places in the world are mosques.
Yeah, and hopefully it's shown in this masjid as well. We've only recently started building it, put a lot of work into it. Can I ask you as well, how did you actually feel the first time before you went into a masjid? Were you nervous? Were you apprehensive? What was your emotions going through before you went into the masjid?
I think the first time was one of apprehension, so not knowing what the rules are, don't want to offend anyone, you know, where do you go, how do you kind of act? And then, you know, pretty rapidly he kind of, for some reason, knew what the prayer routines were. I mean, that was most unexpected. You may have seen him today when he was praying with the other boys. He does it based on the fact that he knows the routine now, etc. So he picked that up really early.
Yeah. Okay, that's really good. Just a few more messages. When you went to Peterborough, was that the first time Joshie-Man went to the... So you both basically went to the masjid the first time together?
Yeah.
And how was the experience for himself? I know he's non-verbal and things like that, but the reaction that he's had in terms of what it's meant to him being able to go to the masjid and stuff, how's it impacted him?
So I think he's had a lot of very useful experiences through this journey. I think he's, you know, he enjoys being in places which are big and spacious and have a lot of light, which is what a lot of mosques are like. He enjoys the peace and the calm here.
Excellent. And just, I don't want it to be too negative, but I know you've had a lot of negativity from certain aspects of community, etc. How have you dealt with that? How have you coped with that?
So that was one of the most unexpected things. We didn't expect to be targeted by our own country people so fiercely. So I guess it reveals the level of anti-Muslim hatred, because I think it's more than just Islamophobia. It's not necessarily just a fear. There is a significant undercurrent at the moment, and that's what we all need to kind of acknowledge, but then also push back on.
Yeah, and what's your message then? Finally, I know you haven't got much time, so what was your message in terms of the general mass of population You'd say to them?
That there's a lot more that unites us than what divides us, and that's what we need to keep refocusing on, and do stuff face to face, not on social media. We are all the worst version of ourselves on social media.
Of course we are, yeah. And things are taken out of context, and you portray yourself, as you say, on social media like you would do as a human being. And then if you want to talk about your campaign, then just to finish off.
So we've got 2 campaigns. So we've got Let Them Have Their Voices. We've been going around the world giving away iPads to non-speaking autistic kids. So if anyone has a dusty old iPad in their drawer, please get in touch with us on letthemhavetheirvoices.com. And then Cake Not Hate is the campaign that we've been talking about, which is going to places of worship that have been under attack and giving cake to show that hate isn't as strong as love.
Yeah. And can I just say, you look amazing in your matching thobes. Can we get a full shot of the thobes? Look impeccable. This is better than Eid Day for some of us.